so I'm sitting here at the dining room table. I wanted to just show you some of the stuff that I've been doing here lately. I have been very busy. I'm limited to maybe 2 to 3 hours a day of being able to like physically get work done because of the way the scheduling has worked for my kids' virtual learning. And then just in general, you know, cooking 3 meals a day from scratch and everything else. I'm so behind. I'm just so behind. But I'm getting things worked out and I'm getting things done. But I want to show you a lot of what's been going on. You can go through. Sorry, Brandon didn't want to interfere with the video. But my table is covered right now. And you can see some of the stuff going on here. I've been doing a lot of seed saving. I have been doing a lot of cleaning up in the garden. In fact, I pulled the last of my okra. I mean, like all the plants. I'll show you what I've got left. I've sorted through it all. I've got a lot saved and ready for seed, and then I have a lot that's still edible, which I'm going to process today. Because I just pulled the okra yesterday, I decided to do it this morning while the kids are busy with school. I get a lot of it frozen. I'm going to dehydrate some more, and I'm going to try this okra powder I've been reading about. It's supposed to be really good to add into like your smoothies or into your soups to thicken them, things like that. So I thought I'd give that a try. I haven't done okra powder before. But it's kind of weird because I do a lot of things in powder form, but not okra. So let's see what we got going on. Okay, so everything in this crate, that's the Perkins long pod okra. That's the okra jungle that I accidentally, spilled all the seeds from. And that was all the stuff that is still viable and ready for seed. Now, when you're looking at it, there's a couple different ways to tell. They've turned nice and brown and they've started these lines going through them and the pod is completely dried. This one's still a little soft because it's been moist. We've had a little bit of rain. But that's the Perkins long pod. And then this one is actually the emerald okra, which I think I'm going to start growing. I liked it a lot better than my Perkins long pod. This blue basket here, that's actually Clemson spineless. It's a decent okra. A lot of people rave about it, but I think it's because there's so many types out there. You're not really getting every variety at one time. So it's still a good okra. And to me, it all tastes the same. It's just your size and your shape's a little different. I'm going to move this bag real quick. But this is all the okra that I can still process. I went through, it's very soft. A lot of it's even, smaller new pods. And so I can still use all of this. Good, usable, viable okra to be able to eat. So that's what that's all going to be for, which is fine. I mean, I have like 9-gallon bags of okra in my freezer. So yeah, I just need to come up with other ways to use it, but I'm not going to waste it. And a lot of this stuff, if it doesn't dry correctly for seed, I'll just open up and give the seeds to my chickens and they'll eat on them. They always do. But other than that, if you want to see what else is on the table, I've got a ton of basil seeds that I'm saving over in this area. And then I've got some seeds. I did do a seed order and I got some free seeds. I want to talk about that. And then other than that, I've just got piles of seed to put away. Lots of seed. Okay, so let's talk about some of the stuff that's going on here on my table. This is a bag of ginger. I bought this from the grocery store. I really want to grow ginger on my own and have it, in my garden areas. The easiest way to do this is to wet a paper towel and take your big knobs, the big roots, and wrap it in the paper towel. And what you're going to see is where it sprouts. And a lot of times on ginger, you'll already see these little nubs starting, like there's one right there. And so if you look at fresh ginger from the store, when you see those, that means it's good. And you can actually have this sprout and grow into ginger plants. And pods of kale. Now it's green kale, blue kale, and purple kale. And it actually says on the back, nothing about the type, of course, but it's a couple different types of kale. So at least I've got some new types. And then I've gotten a whole handful. I got some candy cane zinnias. These are really pretty. And 3 packs of Congo watermelons. It's a watermelon, so I'm happy. Pack of Roma tomatoes. Some sweet basil. Tasty green cucumber, which is cool because I liked this cucumber. I grew it this year and I like it probably the best out of all of them. So that's a good one. Also got these pretty candy striped cosmos. I got some Italian dark leaf parsley. I have lots of parsley seeds, but I'll be fine with more parsley. I'll just grow 10 times more. And then I got some more jalapenos, which is okay. I mean, I got a lot of jalapeno seeds, but that's all right. And then tall top early wonder beets. I have no idea about those. Other than that, I did place a seed order. One of my local area type stores, because, you know, everybody says buy local, support local. Well, I just like to grow what's local to my area because it's better adapted to my climates anyway. Not so much the soil types, but to the climates itself. And they were available, and their shop was opened, and they had a lot of really good seeds in stock. And I need to get some seeds before they're all gone again. Lots of seeds. So I'll go through real quick what I got. I got some Romanesco broccoli, which we're really excited about. The kids are really happy about that as well. I got another pack of Cubanelle peppers. The seeds that I have, I saved a couple years ago, and in case they aren't still viable, then I have some fresh ones. I got a mammoth melting snow pea. I've grown snap peas and I've grown regular peas, but not the snow peas. So we like those in stir fries. So I'm going to try that one. For some reason, all of my scallop squash that I tried to grow this year did not work. And so I went ahead and bought a new packet thinking it was maybe old seed. I also got the Ashe County pimento pepper. I tried using my Jimmy Nardellos as pimentos and they work fine. But if you can get a hold of a pimento, that's even better. So I got a pimento pepper. I also got the shishitos because I'm super jealous of some of those people out there like Ession's Garden. Rob over there is getting too many shishitos. And so I want too many shishitos. And so I'm going to grow those. I also got the Mega Marconis. They're supposed to be a really good smoked type pepper. Or an Italian stuffing type pepper. Really big. So I want to try those. Maybe that will replace some of just like the regular red peppers that I grow. I got some Solandra beets because they're the longer ones, and I love beets. I love beets, and I've always wanted to try these. So definitely looking forward to those. I had to get more Malabar spinach. Any of it that I did this year did not grow, and I don't know why. I got the seeds from Papa Pepper, but I'm thinking it was me, not the seeds, because you guys saw I had way too much in my garden to begin with. So I'm going to isolate a spot next year, and I'm going to try to grow Malabar spinach probably towards the front, build a little arbor to put it on, make it nice and pretty up there to have some little archways around my driveway, and grow some Malabar spinach. I got the Dr. Wykes tomato. I grew these a couple years ago and they were really good, but I gave the seeds to my brother when he came into town to visit, the last one I had, and I had planned to save seeds from the last tomato, but we ate it and I forgot. So I needed some seeds. And then I got 2 packs of these Principe Borghese tomatoes. They're supposed to be a smaller paste tomato, almost like a Roma style. I've had success with Romas. This year's been my best, but I want to try out something that's close and a different variety just to see if maybe for my area it will do better. So I'm going to try those. And then I got the Paul Robeson because I don't have anything in this color range. I have dark purples and I have dark reds, but I don't have a stripey. So I wanted to Paul Robeson. Now, you can judge me on this one. I'm going to let you. But I was drinking a couple glasses of wine when I was making the order for the seeds, and this gave me the biggest thrill of my life. Drunken woman lettuce. So I'm going to grow this. I'm not going to do it this year. I'm going to wait till the spring because I already have my lettuce towers filled and I have too many bins filled. But yeah, drunken woman suits me well. So I'm going to do that one. I also got watermelon radishes. Out of all the varieties I've ever grown, I've never grown the watermelon, so I had to get these to try them out. I got some Walla Walla Spanish onions because I do have lots of onion seeds, but not the sweet Walla Wallas, and I really want to grow those. So I'm trying again on ground cherries. These are actually the husk cherry for Aunt Molly's. And the thing is when I moved here, there were like wild ground cherry looking plants all over my property. And I don't know if the lady who lived here before grew them and they just spread through the, birds eating what was left or them dropping on their own. But I can't tell. I tried buying seeds last year for ground cherries. I had 4 plants in the ground, big, massive, huge plants, and only one of them created ground cherries. The rest were some weird hybrid, and I got my seeds from Emma Gardner, and I'm not sure why I got so many hybrids. Hey, Dakota. There's my puppy. So I need to have something to compare these wild ones with, because a lot of people say the wild ones could be wild tomatillos and they could possibly be poisonous, but they taste exactly like the other ground cherries I grew and look the same and everything. So I'm going to give them a try. That way I can go pinpoint by pinpoint, stem to leaf to veining to husk to berry to seed to insides to everything. I can do 100% comparison, because right now, honestly, I just mowed down. If I'm cleaning up the garden here recently, I've mowed down probably 40 of those plants. They're just everywhere across my property. And if they're ground cherries, then I'm just going to keep them as wild ground cherries. All right. Got some more cucamelons, or sour gherkin, Mexican sour gherkins. My kids love growing these. It's actually absolutely one of my favorite plants as well. I like things that come in miniature form, and the leaves are really small and they vine and they're beautiful. And I only had 2 seeds this year and neither one survived. So got to grow some more cucamelons. Okay. I mentioned when I did my fall garden plan that I wanted to do some different types of cabbage, and I was looking into that. Still couldn't find purple cabbage, but I found that early Wakefield Jersey cone shape that I wanted. So I've gotten those. And then I bought 2 packets of the Savoy cabbage because it's my absolute favorite. It's hard to find in the grocery stores around here because I'm so isolated. Very small town, like super small. Like we have a Food Lion, a Dollar General, and a VHS and DVD movie place, and that's it. So very small town. But definitely want to grow some Savoy cabbage, so that's big time here in the spring. I also got some more money plant seeds. I did have an entire area in my yard full of money plants. It was beautiful. Somewhere I have a video, if I can find it, I'll insert it, where my chickens would lay in between these gorgeous purple flowers. And if you don't know what a money plant is, first of all, it's supposed to be tied into having good luck with money when you grow them, almost like a wife's tale or, superstition type thing. But they get very tall. I mean, standing next to them, I would say the flowers got almost, chest high. And they're big bunches of beautiful, bright purple, like almost this purple flowers. Beautiful. And then when they die off and they create their seeds, they create these pearl colored discs. And they're gorgeous. And they're great for decorating with, but they're also just really pretty to see them move in the wind and shine in the air. So I had to replace those because the spring that we had killed those off in that area and I needed more. So got more of those. And then I bought teddy bear sunflowers because I've always wanted to grow them and I could not find seeds for them. And then I did. So I got teddy bear. Other than that, I've got a couple other things that I purchased. I'm starting in on more herbs and I'm going to start my medicinal garden back up. I've got some medicinal area, but I'm going to do like big. So I went ahead and purchased some things to start that with for next year. And I got the dark purple opal basil. Something about purple tomato sauce and purple basil, which is, purple's my favorite color, so got me going. But I got some burdock and some valerian. I got garlic chives because I didn't have any of those. I got some purslane because I haven't grown it before, but I'd really like to. I got just some, common chives. I have a bunch growing up front, but I want to do a lot more. I'm really looking to fill an area because I want the purple flowers to come up. And then I got some St. John's wort. And then I got this thing, which I bagged up. I will not touch without gloves. Highly poisonous. This is your standard castor bean. This says it's a mix, which means I'm going to get purple and I'm going to get green. Beautiful tropical plants. I cannot grow them as a perennial here, but I can grow them as an annual. They get really big, huge tropical leaves. You'll have to just look up the plant. They're beautiful. But they have a scent in them. There's it's almost like with citronella plants. It, deflects the mosquitoes from coming around. This actually deflects all of the other things like rabbits and moles and deer and all of that. So I thought it would be beautiful to 4-corner out my garden in these big giant tropical plants. I'm actually going to start these in probably a month or 2 and get them really big so that I can move them out to my garden as soon as the spring's in. And then I'll already have big established plants to start doing that. But the other thing is, this is what they made castor oil out of. So castor oil was used as an all-purpose cure-all. And once these go to seed and I keep saving all these little beans, I'll learn real quick. I've actually been doing a lot of research and it's not as hard as it seems, but I'll learn how to make that castor oil, or at least a castor tincture, to use as a full-on medicine. But I don't know if you can read it. Beware, because they are poisonous. Beans are poisonous. It's the seeds on the outside that are poison, or the shell on the outside, not the stuff inside. But they're big, funky, ugly looking beans. But the plants are gorgeous, and they put off these red, floofy poofs of flower. I don't know how to describe them. They almost look like the gumballs that fall off gumball trees, but they're really bright red. And so if I have a different variety going in the garden, and I let those all come up and bloom, and then I get a lot of the beans off of them, there's a lot of possibilities there. I can grow more. Hopefully they deter all the little predators and things that want to come through and eat my garden, because that's always happening. In fact, I had deer come through and eat all of my Swiss chard again. I swear they wait for the day before I harvest, and they're like, oh, yay, she's going to come out tomorrow. We better hurry. And they just eat it all up. So anyway, I need to do more things to save my garden in that sense. But I've got free seeds, and I've gotten a seed order that I did, and then I have an entire table of seeds. And in case you're wondering, have I saved enough seeds this year? Lots of seeds. So I'll do a separate video on that, and we'll talk about all the reasons why I save seeds, how I do it, the things that I do to make sure that they are good, viable seeds. And just to brag about, you know, tomato seeds. I got lots of seeds. I'll be able to garden again, and that's really good. So I have a lot to work on. I was showing you some of the stuff that I have going on here. So I'll just have to do a separate video on just all the seeds that I've saved and what that's all about. Because I'm telling you, I got a ton of stuff going on in here. My to-do table is full. So I'm going to work on getting this stuff done. I got to get back in towards the kids, get them ready for school. Meetings are starting again, and I got to get things going. So trying to work out my schedule to get a video in, get a couple film type videos here and there, and try to get stuff thrown back out, because I've been very absent on YouTube, and I apologize. And I'm trying so hard to get back into it. But life is life, and sometimes it comes before media. So thank you guys for stopping by, and I hope you enjoy this, and look forward to my garden in the spring when I have way too much growing again, and all sorts of new varieties to start with, and new garden spaces that I'm building, and all the grand, great, wonderful things that I do. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.